we should know that as artists that, you know, you could live through your art forever. Hi everyone, it's Miss Kate.
And Miss Hazel.
Today we're going to do something, again, really fun. Our friend Ornella found an artist online that I'd never heard of and really like his artwork. His name is Sam Gilliam, and for a while he lived in Louisville, Kentucky, which is where I was born, so of course I got even more excited about that. His piece, the piece that we were inspired by, I don't even know how he made it. I think it was all with canvas and paint, but we are doing something sort of similar to what he did. This was one of the ones that we made to try it out. We're using a cut up piece of drop cloth here, but you could use any fabric. We did it with tea towels, and then we just had cotton fabric around that we used, but right now we're going to use this piece of drop cloth that I cut up. There are a lot of steps in this one. First, you need some sort of a cup because we're going to use a balloon as our mold. So here we go. Oh, not that one. That was a little shocking. Oops. Be careful. Oh, okay. We'll try this one. Oh, goodness. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh, now that was all wonky. Yeah, that was an old one. Okay, here we go.
Oh, a little worried for you. Okay, okay.
Oh gosh, this one's a little old too.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, this one has a hole. I picked the worst balloons ever. Okay, I'm gonna try this one.
Oh,
Yeah, the other one.
Yeah.
I used this one before.
Okay, okay.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh. This one, okay, I'm gonna try this one now.
I'm worried for you. Okay, okay.
Okay, that one's big enough.
Woo,
Okay, I'm gonna stop
right.
while I'm ahead. Oh my gosh, that was pretty funny. Here is our balloon.
All right, back
And we
to
also
work.
need some tape. So I'm using some masking tape because I want to tape it to the side of my cup so that it will stay. This is a messy, messy project. Be sure to cover your workspace. Not only did I cover the workspace, but I also am going on a tray because I have to move it when it's super wet and gooey. Okay, so this is our base for our model here. I'm using some water with a glue with a little bit of water, school glue. I have to mix this one up because the first step requires me dumping that whole piece of fabric into the glue.
All right, Miss Kate.
Yes.
I see that you prepared yourself today.
Yes.
Keep your hands clean.
Yes, I have. You're not going to believe it.
Remind you.
Yes, I see them right there. I am going to use gloves because even though I like getting glue all over me, today we have other things I have to do and I can't really be peeling glue off all day. So I'm using some gloves. Hopefully I won't slip and drop my balloon while I'm doing this, but we'll see what happens. I think I can do this. So putting on gloves to protect my hands. Got the workspace covered. I'm just gonna move this for 1 sec so you can see. So I have my gluey water in here that I've stirred up, and now this is really, really fun. Watch this. I'm gonna take this whole piece of fabric and I'm gonna stick it in here. And I wanna make sure it gets really full of glue. So I'm gonna massage it in here.
So every piece of that fabric you want glue on.
Yes, because you want it to be fairly stiff when it's all done.
Wet with glue.
So this is fairly gluey, I believe. Yep, it looks gluey. Got a little bit of it off. Now I'm going to move this over to the side. But again, I'm going to keep it all on my tray because I can peel the glue off later. Okay, so now comes the fun draping part. I'm opening it up carefully and I'm going to put it over my balloon and just sort of let it, see how it falls on there. I'm going to scoot it over a little bit so the whole balloon can be covered. And then sort of, you know, do a couple little folds, let it just hang here. Okay, so now it's just a piece of fabric with glue, but watch this. So now I'm going to take this, so this paint, it's acrylic paint with glue. So we put paint in here, I dropped some glue in, and then, actually I put glue. No water, we just did We put glue in and then we put the paint in. And so now I can drip it on if I want. And it's just gonna get really hard. It's like this one is pretty stiff. It feels really great on the inside because it had glue. And that's fun. So I can also dab some paint on here. Oh, the balloon kind of bounces when you do that. I'll also try using the stick.
And it's okay if it drips down, like a melted candle wax, that's okay.
Yeah, totally. This is the same batch that we used, the last kids got to use, because I could just put a cover over it and it didn't dry up. So we just keep going and going and going, and then you let the whole thing dry. Because there's so much glue on here and it's kind of damp outside, it may take a while to dry. But when it dries, just like with all the other things that we do where we use a balloon as our mold, you let the balloon pop, or you can pop it yourself, and then take it out, and then we punched holes. We actually used, I tried to use a hole puncher, but that didn't work very well. We ended up using just a pair of scissors and just snipped some holes and then ran some twine through it. Okay, if you have a chance, go look up Sam Gilliam online, because his art is really cool. He's had an interesting life. He has stood up for the rights of people. He had a piece, I don't know if it's still there, in the Museum of Modern Art in San Francisco. I remember that it was something about the ocean.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I have to go look. Now that I know who he is, I have to go check him out there. I haven't gone there yet to see it. Okay, I think I'm going to stop here and maybe check on it later and see if I missed anything, but now I'm going to carefully have it stand here. One thing that we did do with the kids, because they were so heavy, is we also, I'm going to show you this. Get some of the glue off of me though. We also taped the cup to the tray because they were wobbly because they're now this is so heavy, full of glue and paint and whatnot.
And if you had a couple of them together, like if you're a classroom teacher and you like this project and you want to try it, make sure there's space in between them, because if they dry together.
Yes. I'm going to show you one last thing because this was fun. I'm going to move this guy out of the way for a bit. And so that because we used a plastic container and it was glue.
Kate waited about 2 or 3 weeks to have this happen, and then I heard her exclaim from the other room, "Yes! Yes, it worked!"
I know, look at this. It's still wet on the bottom, so I couldn't peel that off, but you can just peel it off and then it's like a brand new thing. I probably wouldn't put a drink in it, but I would
put some
use
more
it.
art supplies again.
Oh, for sure. And then it just doesn't look quite as messy if you peel off all the paint, but isn't that fun? I'm going to keep working on this while this dries. And unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to meet Sam Gilliam because he is not with us anymore, but sure would like to have met him. He sounded like a really interesting human. He's not with us anymore, but his art is with us, yes, and that part is really great. We should know that as artists that, you could live through your art forever. I always tell the kids that when they get older and they've made something and they're really famous, I'm going to say, I knew them when they were in 2nd grade, because that's fun. All right, thanks everybody for coming. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye, friends.